While we did fail to save our Polish and Ukrainian friends down here in Galicia-Lodomeria through, I don't know, a very weird piece from France's side, we will have more opportunities to save them. We will have more opportunities to wage war against Austria because we need the rest of Polish-Lithuania, Galicia-Lodomeria, because we only have Krakow of it so far, but we need Tarnów and Przemysl and everything else of it, so we will get it. Though currently we do have, because of that reason, truce with them, and our other neighbors are allied with each other, so currently we're kind of locked in a position where we can't really go to war with anyone, so I suppose we just have to prepare for war later on. This is, of course, Polish-Lithuania in Victoria 2 playing Napoleon's Legacy. Welcome back, and let's get started with the time and move forward. Our economy is doing extremely good, extremely good. We are getting some war indemnities from Austria, no doubt, so we could probably lessen on our tariffs. Because we don't really need to have tariffs, especially if we don't want to have a booming economy. So I suppose we can set tariffs to, say, 50%. 50% sounds good. Oh no, this is negative. Oh god, 50%. Exactly, wonderful. And it gives us a stable income, so we can build up a war chest for future wars. So everything should just be nice and hopefully a little bit dandy at least. Only a little bit. This army is not done yet. It only has, what is it, 7 guys in it. Infantry and artillery. Mostly artillery, in fact. So we should have some more infantry. Another artillery and a hussar. Actually, have some more infantry again. And when we can, we will add another, artillery slot for it. So it will balance out. Currently we are maxing out our army, so perhaps we should focusing on encouraging some soldiers that could be useful. Montenegro here is offering an alliance. No doubt they have seen our resolve in fighting Austria before and say, hey, if we ally Poland, they will surely help us get Dalmatia over here. And while that is probably smart of them to think so, we will not help them. I'm sorry, Montenegro, you will be of no help to us. You only have Cetinje, or however you pronounce it in Montenegrin. They don't even have the rest of Montenegro, but surely they will get that when... Oh, I mean, this is Napoleon's legacy, so the whole Ottoman Empire fracturing and what to do with the Balkans may not fire, it may not be in it, who knows. Ottoman Empire is mostly untouched by the mod anyway, so I'm not sure. Perhaps it's still in there, most likely it will be still in there. But we'll see. Probably something will happen there. Maybe Montenegro will grow. There's an event you can essentially set in yourself, or a decision rather, that will double your population. I tried to do that with Montenegro and had like 200 million people in Montenegro itself. Only this little province. Let's just say it turned out to be not very effective. I also did that with Sweden once, and I set purposely the integration part, assimilation in United States as low as possible. I increased Sweden's population to close words of 200 million people. Of course, none of them could be employed in the Swedish, what's it called, NGOs, RDOs, and the factories. So, 1 million people revolted, 1 million people left the country, and like this entire swath of USA was all, majority Swedish. It was pretty fun to see on the map. On where is it? No, not culture map mod. Culture map mod. It's like Swedish all the way over here. It was wonderful. I also took a part of Prussia, so all of Pomerania and Brandenburg became majority Swedish. There's some fun things you can do when you mod the game and just mess with it in various ways. I try to mod. I'm not a modder, but I like to try to tweak some things, and I did the same in EU4 actually now with the latest expansion, which I might do a series of, and I basically just put the immortal trait on the Pope and tried to roleplay playing as an immortal Pope who got his immortal powers from God himself. So perhaps I will do something on that. It's pretty fun, just minor things you can just add and change in a text file, and suddenly, the game will have been altered at least a little bit to your liking. Perhaps you will love it more, the game itself. Stefan Khrushchevsky, who I was linked to and is actually a real person, even though not really in his general form. So I don't know if maybe this is a historical Stefan Kruszewski as well. It's pretty cool. Stefan Kruszewski, I forgive you for your past sins. You will get another chance. Romuald Pilsudski is unfit for combat and has... Holy crap! His morale is just awful. We need to change this out. I mean, sure, he's a good defensive general. There's no doubt about that. But he's just so awful when it comes to morale. It's not really acceptable. And this one is just terrible. I would like to dismiss generals who are this terrible. I mean, he's a bit better, I suppose. 3 attack, 2 attack. No, he's been taken. Bonaventura. Is that really a Polish name? Because everyone is seemingly called Bonaventura in this country. Let's see here. No, this guy is... I mean, there's too many generals. Sure, I love having a lot of generals, but a lot of them... It's another Bonaventura. What the hell? Don't tell me that is actually a name in Poland. Perhaps now I offended a lot of Polish people. Well, Julius Rybinski, Henryk Sangusko, Samuel Dabrowski. I mean, that's dangerous. If you end up in a defensive battle, then you will suck. And your army will die. I suppose this one is just a better general overall. He's a poet and he's daring as well. And this guy is alright. I mean, he will pass. And this guy is... I mean, this has minus morale, but not nearly as bad as that other idiot. What was the other guy's name again? Romuald Pilsudski? Get out of here. Get out of here. No one needs you. Except we will have one more artillery. There we go. And we will go right here and we will have a smashing army, which will be wonderful for everyone. I think, I mean, nothing is really happening here. We just need to get up our military tech so we get ahead of our neighbors and can defeat them handsomely in battles. And now we will have 4 armies, which will be balanced, hopefully to a decent degree. They will be competent, and we can shore up the front lines with essentially 3 more armies of poor citizens given, you know, a rifle and then no practice to aim, which will probably go brilliant when you send them into war against trained soldiers. Unless they're fighting against Russia. Because then they will not be fighting trained soldiers. Economy is doing even better now, so tariffs can be lowered to 35. Actually, I guess go for 30%. I just gotta keep in mind that we're getting war indemnity still. So that's gotta be part of it. And now we have to subsidize some factories, which is not very good. And we have to also subsidize all the railroads being built in the country. Probably be easier if I built them all myself, but this time, just fund everyone. Can you imagine that I went through playing this game for I don't even know how long, thinking that you had to do this in every single time. So when I was playing it on my own for years, I was doing this. Slide up, invest, click, slide up, invest, over and over and over again. And then I realized there's a max button, but that also takes ages. And then I realized, oh, you can fund them all. Finally, I realized you can shift click and fund everyone to max at the same time, which is a revelation. Saves me so much time. So much time and effort. Here we go. Come on, little factory. Be built. We have so many investors, but they're not quick enough. Because apparently we are having problems with the last of steel. Look at it. Stuck. Okay, decision making is done for the army. I mean, navy is completely irrelevant. Commerce is not irrelevant though, so we probably should get at least the basic, so we get the whole factory output efficiency and factory input efficiency, so it will take less for them to start working, less wares, and they will output more wares. At least that's how I assume it works with factory input efficiency. And this one is throughput efficient tech. I don't actually know. The biggest mystery for me has always been the industrial part. All I've done is have a nation that doesn't have, like the worst one for me had got to be The whole planned economy where you have to make every factory on your own. Sure, you can make some brilliant stuff with it, but holy hell, that takes ages. That takes ages and a lot of planning and time and sitting and making up maps, I suppose, of everything you need to do. Oh, it's gonna take too long. But the Polish people now are very literate. They can read, which is a wonderful thing. A wonderful thing. The economy, though, is not doing as brilliantly due to the war indemnity stopping, so I'm assuming, at least, that now we don't have a truce with them anymore. And they're allied with Denmark, Norway, Naples, and the British Union of Fascists. Are they still allied with Russian Empire? They are, which is terrible. And the Russian Empire is only allied with Prussia. They have an unholy alliance towards Poland. It's almost like before World War II. I still don't want to do one-year drafts. No draft, that would be awful. Completely awful. But immigrants will love it. But we don't care about immigrants in this country. Do we even get any immigrants? I would be very surprised if we got any immigrants at all. Let's check migration map mode. Nope, we are a source of immigrants, but not a lot of them anyway. Some to the British Empire. United States of America, the British Empire. Those gotta be defectors to going to the British Empire. South Africa and New Zealand. South Africa is getting quite a lot of immigrants, in fact. I like that. I mentioned it before, but I like it. Now it's becoming more... Holy hell, this is very culturally diverse. Holy shit. I mean, there's not a lot of people to begin with, but holy crap. Is there anyone that is even close to replicating this diversity? Well, this one. Calvinia and Springbok. And I mean, Cape Town as well is extremely diverse. Holy shit. Okay, I maybe nominate South Africa to be the most diverse country in the universe. I mean, look at America. They're all Yankees. Every single one of them who are not African American or Dixie. But I mean, they assimilate so quickly here that it's honestly pretty boring. I want to figure out how to completely stop assimilation. So none of them will turn into Yankees and see what happens over time. That could be more fun. Alright, we have organized factories now that we can do. They will be pretty fast as well. We are a great power. We are the world's 7th greatest power at this point. Austria has passed us, unfortunately. But for how long? We could justify war against them and take state, but that would take... Actually, we don't even have any infamy. So it wouldn't be that terrible, in fact. But we would like to be in a good position when that happens. Perhaps we actually have Serbia. And now suddenly Montenegro becomes more interesting. But now they don't accept. They have allied with Serbia, so they don't care about us anymore. They don't care about crappy Poland. That's what they think, at least. They think we are crappy Poland, but we are wonderful Poland. We are the strongest Poland. Military statistics. Point defense system would also be good, but let's go for all 3 of them in one big row. Oh god. Sabotage. A factory in one of our states has become the target of a mild but costly sabotage campaign during the past few weeks. Well, we could go for workers' union. I'd rather have workers' union than the other option. I've always been a bit partial to unions overall, but some of them are bad, some of them are decent. Depends on the country and depends on, well, the union, I suppose. It's just a shame, because that original idea is solid. It's just the execution that is lacking. At least a bit of the original idea is awesome. Yeah, let's not get sidetracked on whether unions are good or bad. It's kind of irrelevant to what we're doing right now. We have the Australia Civil War. Holy shit. I want to see what happens there. Holy crap. Imperial Australia versus Union Australia. I would love to know what the difference is between these two Australians. This is a republic and this is constitution. Oh yeah. So this is probably what will happen. Australia as being part of the Commonwealth and having Queen, well, what is currently Queen Elizabeth, but it would just be like Queen Victoria, whatever, as head of state, or forming a solid republic that is separate from the Commonwealth itself. But it seems that the Union Australia has gotten, I mean, they only have Melbourne, but they don't have stuff like Sydney, nor do they have, where is it? Brisbane or Canberra? Wouldn't Canberra be somewhere? It would be somewhere here, or here. Somewhere in this general area would be Canberra, I think. Hopefully. Okay, let's get rid of, let's get away from Australia now before I make a fool out of myself. Yeah, definitely, Union Australia will lose. I like that there's more civil wars of that kind. The same as the civil war in the Russian Empire, and I assume there will be a civil war over here in the United States of America at one point or another. Maybe there will be a civil war between... Holy shit. Well, it's not going bad for Lisbon. Extremadura. Danziger nationalists. This doesn't seem very good. But here is the problem with an attack on Austria. I was going to say Australia there for a second. Because if we get knee-deep involved in... Holy shit, stop revolting. Even if it's just minor revolt, just stop it. If we get deeply involved in a conflict against Austria, depending, like, it doesn't really matter really if we win or if we lose, but if we get knee-deep in a conflict against Australia, and then Prussia decides, hey, bitch, we're going to strike now together with our friend Russia, and then we are in a free front war, and everything would just go, terrible from there. The best thing would be if we somehow could sabotage for Prussia, so they would lose their alliance with the Russian Empire. But the only way to prevent that from ever happening would be to make a preventive strike against Prussia, knock them out, and then handle the Russian Empire. Unfortunately, the Prussia itself is a bit too strong to just kind of knock out like that, especially at our current point. So, I think that a war against Austria is still the most solid option. But the stakes are high at this moment, and we probably need to get a bit more money first before we attempt to go for such an attack. And the militant socialists are still trying to change the government. It's not gonna happen, boys. Just calm down. Just calm down and sit and take a, go to a cafe over here in Krakow. Sit down and look at the people walking up and down the streets. I bet it's pretty nice, especially in this modern Poland. This is like 2016 Poland, but without the crazy government. 2016 Poland in, 1869. So we teleported it. Or time travel, whatever. Yeah, something like that. Danzig is nice though. It's nice to have a Danzig. We won't really rename it though to Gdansk. Maybe there should be an event for that. Rename Danzig into the Gdansk. Is there... we could reform the local government, sure. Is there a way to do that? The Prussian lands. Oh, so all we need to do is wait for nationalism and imperialism. Which we could get right now, in fact. Well, not right now, but we could head towards it. That would be pretty nice to have. The Galician lands. Same thing there. Okay, so we will go for that. That seems most reasonable. The Prussian lands and the Galician lands. Yep, definitely seems more reasonable than not. Can we get into this sphere over here? Well, we would grow very, very slowly, but maybe if we increase our relations with them, we will grow a little bit faster. Yeah, probably. So we can do that. Let's speed up a little bit. Just jump. There we go. Improve relations. It's a minor improvement, but it's improvement nonetheless. There we go, -5. So that should be nice. We'll leave it at that and see what happens. It would be nice to have Egypt under our sphere. Doesn't really matter too much, one way or another, but it would be nice. get the Suez Canal, build it, and go from there. What is going on over here? Oh no, it's the French Republic. We have a civil war in France. The French Civil War between the French Empire and the French Republic, and the Austrian-German Brothers' War against the Rheinbund. I mean, things are going on. I like it. Puts a bit of excitement into the game. The only problem here is that we are relying on the French Empire to be a good ally. Unfortunately, a lot of their soldiers have now turned to the French Republic. Not all of them, and I bet they are mobilized completely. While the French Empire is not, but still. Wait, what is this? Wait, the French Republic suddenly became France and a presidential dictatorship. Well, so much for the Republic, I suppose. Hey, we're going to, you know, make a revolution to become a republic, and then the Republic revolution is co-opted. Wait, what the hell is this? The Coalition of Nations? What the crap in hell? Coalition French War. What? Wait, what? Oh, come on, France. You were supposed to help us. We were not supposed to help you. It was supposed to be the other way around. Oh, god damn it. So France, which is essentially now northern France and nothing else, has lost a hell of a lot of their things. A hell of a lot. So essentially, Piedmont and Savoy, as well as Catalonia, and guess the German, Dutch, Belgian, Wallonian lands over there to the north, all form the Coalition of Nations. Oh god. This is not good. We need to help France though, because we need France on our side, even though they have lost so much, and this would put our expansion plans to become a bit of a later plan. So now we are at war with them. We should send. We will send one force of. We will send Eustachi Poniatowski. Somehow we will send him. I don't know how we will reach. Never really thought about that. Okay, the German. Oh, come on! France is being piled on top of everyone. Napoleonic Spain and French Empire. Yeah, this is not good. Malta, they're doing a symbolic gesture. They're going to war with them. Okay, so now we're at war with the Rheinbund as well. I suppose that helps a little bit in our movement. So we can go over here and access through this area into the Rheinbund, where we will start fighting one army of Germans. This is the wrong kind of Germans we want to slaughter. I mean, we have the Austrians and we have the Prussians, but now we have the Rheinbund guys. And our armies have taken quite a bit of battering. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. This is not what we want. Okay. This is actually not too bad. Okay, hold on. Prussian liberation of Ostpreussen. We got France on our side. We got Sweden. Unfortunately, France is the leader of the war, which is the worst. But they didn't have Russian Empire support. That is good. That is a good thing. A very, very good thing. The problem is they have a massive goddamn army and is coming towards us at a high velocity. But we will hold on and hope for... Wait, did he die? No, it seems that he did die. I didn't pay attention. Stefan Kulchevsky, where are you? I need you, my son. So this is a 2 attack and this is a 2 attack. Okay, let's just hold there. Hold there. Calm down and hold. Meanwhile, this army will go forward. So we'll see where they will go after take over to Kell. They will go to Toren or Forn. And we will support. We will support our army. And there should be a smashing victory over there. Absolutely wonderful victory. Okay, it's starting to turn a bit ugly now. Victory. A pretty darn good victory as well. I like it. And we intercepted them at Elbing, whatever. So we should do a pretty decent battle there as well. Norway, well, I mean, the Danish Norwegians managed to invent some things. Oh, okay, no need to panic. Go for... head toward Berlin. And now we should probably try to save Torren as well. And it's going pretty well. It's going pretty darn well. Absolutely stellar. I like it. This is the battles I want to see. This is what should have happened a long time ago. And now we have another army that is almost ready for war. And we should actually, let's just let them wait a little bit. They have been exhausted now through centuries of warfare. It's a bit dramatic. Oh god, what is this? Is that Swedish support? Holy shit. The Swedes are numerous. Not to mention, in this case, beautiful. I'm a bit disappointed in, you know, there's not too many reinforcements that arrived there at the end of the month. But we shall retake Danzig and Bromberg. The Swedes have 60,000 men over here. Maybe they want to have, you know, Swedish Pomerania back. No one has added anything. Could we add anything? No, the war is not going well enough. Thank you. Thank you, France, for stealing our thunder. They're going for Bromberg and we will support them. And now Egypt, we can go for cordial. I mean, with Berlin taken, this should be fairly quick, but I do wish I could add some war goal. Because at this point, saying the war is not going well enough is kind of... It's bending the truth a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. Because if this war is not going well enough at the moment, then I don't know what would ever go well enough. Can we see... Oh, now we can. Acquire state. This is a bit dangerous because we will get the infamy. Regardless, really, of how well it goes. But what we do have in the future is that even if, you know, benevolent France doesn't grant us it in of peace, and they very well might peace out because they are under a lot of duress at the moment, and as such are quite prone to giving up any war that they can to, I suppose, try to escape it. Then we will get the infamy, but we will then have a free one later on. Oh, we got it! Wonderful, we got East Prussia. Excellent. So yeah, this has been a surprisingly exciting episode of Polish-Lithuania. And we have gotten Eastern Prussia back, and look at our... I mean, it looks like a foot that has been chopped up in the middle. Like here you have the heel, and it kind of goes up. And then, you know, our toes has kind of been smashed completely. So I suppose we have to fix our toes by conquering the rest of Prussia. But that will be for a later time. I hope you've enjoyed. See you later.